hello to the robots.
Starting to the bottom left, we have the LGIM Protoss player. It is
LGIM first.
Already beat Marine King in this matchup. Looks to do it again.
And his opponent to the bottom right is, of course, the MVP player. Get a seat in the up and downs here.
MVP Bang.
Bang.
Didn't really open up today's matches with a bang. That much is for sure.
Well, look at this scouter. We have another 10 gate. This is going to be... there's a lot of different things you can do with this, but what we see most commonly is really, really, really fast Mothership Core aggression.
Yeah, Mothership Core aggression together with Stalkers. Can chrono boost the Stalkers out, get the Mothership Core as fast as possible, fly over to your opponent's base. And if there's no bunker ready at the front, then you can do quite a lot with this.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I mean, last time we saw literally a run-by of the bunker once the natural is already up, but this is going to be a much faster attack. And Bang has already suffered to this once, and if he loses to this, it definitely can get into his head a little bit. I mean, he's probably going to take some damage no matter what. It's a question of how much.
Yeah, he scouts towards the wrong position first, starts to scout to the top right. And that's, of course, very unfortunate for him. But we also have First heading to the wrong position. Doesn't really matter this much for First than it does for Bang. But would really love to know about the earlier gateway.
Yeah. Remember, there's not really going to be any way for him to find out for quite some time. Oh, and he's even going for a reactor build here. This is gonna hurt so much.
Yeah. This should definitely do some damage. First so far is 1-0 in the group, and Bang lost his first game. But let's see how if Bang is able to hold here. I feel in a situation like this, I mean, players that come to the studio for the first time are always a little bit nervous. I don't really know which opponents Bang had to beat in his ESF tournament, the tournament to get the seat here. But he must have shown some really exceptional play here to get through. There were a lot of really good players participating.
Yeah, there were some really, really good ones.
But First has the confidence here that he needs, and sending the Zealot now to the bottom right, it will arrive exactly in time. The double Reaper, on the other hand, should do some damage to the Zealot, but with the Mothership Core, he will at least be able to save it, or he should, if he micros well.
So much all about the micro from both players. He has to make sure he keeps his Reapers back, and First needs to make sure he targets the weakened Reapers,
and but
doesn't over-target.
Yeah, so there's also the second chrono boost now on the gateway, so now we will have the second Stalker out in just a second. And this is a lot of pressure. The Reapers are jumping out to the left, so they will be a little bit late to save the SCV here.
And they're going to run right into a Stalker and a Mothership Core. This is not what you ever want to see, and the Zealot gets free reign of the main base right now.
Exactly. The Zealot moving in, already taking down the SCV, heavily delaying this expansion. Now we have the first bunker being built, and those two Stalkers, the Stalkers alone are already able to take down most of the units here.
Exactly. That bunker's never going to finish, at least not for a really long time. He needs to micro those Marines, and so far a decent job.
Yeah, another Marine is down, and this is the anti-air that he has. The Mothership Core is taking down one of the Reapers if he isn't careful.
Oh, he needs to send an SCV to that bunker if he loses that. Oh, no micro here from First. It's a huge mistake. If he could kill that SCV building the bunker, this would be huge for him.
Yeah, but he's killing another Reaper, and he's also taking down this SCV. The Stalker is still running away, but so much mining time already lost for Bang here. And he can take
the time warp on the SCVs!
Oh, wow, he's killing even more of them. And now the Marine, the bunker is still not done. Another Stalker comes in. You know this could end right here.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have even anything building that command center right now. Oh, poor micro on the Stalker, but...
Yeah, he could have done even more. He could have chased down a few of those additional SCVs, as it already is. He killed 7 workers.
Another Stalker's about to arrive, don't forget, and one more is popping out back at home, and First can start his Nexus.
He has to cancel that command center.
Yeah, I don't even...
With the second Stalker, with good micro here?
Yeah, he has to cancel it. Oh, he loses the Marine as well.
This is basically game over. I mean, this is crazy.
He did now he's going to poke away at the depot for sure, too.
Yeah, he can pick away the depot. He has the high ground vision. Back at home, he gets additional Stalkers out. The expansion is already building. He killed a lot of Harvesters here. Those 2 Reapers are trying to do a bit of damage, but can he really pull that off with the units that are streaming out now? No, he can't.
Look at his supply block. He is so supply blocked here. Even when he finishes that first depot he's building right now, he's still going to be supply blocked after that. Well, not after he loses a few more of his Marines, I suppose.
That's one way to get out of the supply block, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
He killed the Mothership Core. I mean, that much at least he was able to pull off, and now there's no high ground vision anymore. But this is a 10 supply lead, 2 bases in a few seconds against 1. Sorry.
And first looks like he's just going to tech and play that type of advantage rather than going for a follow-up attack. And no matter what he does, he's going to be okay.
Why not play it safe?
Right.
At this point, Bang is a sick man dying.
No, we're going to watch him slowly but steadily fall apart here unless first...
it's first games to lose.
Yeah.
The Harvest account is now 30 against 20. And we only have one orbital. The second orbital is now being built. 32 against 21 now. The natural is already done for first. He's mining from 2 mineral lines. He has the extra gas. He's heading into the jobs. Doesn't lose the stalkers here. Kills another marine.
Maybe even 2 more. Oh, not quite.
And the resource is lost alone. 1,100 against 700 at this point.
It doesn't even speak for the lost mining time and the delayed on the command center.
Exactly. The mining time alone that he lost here and the SCVs that were going down earlier, that's already a big factor. Wow.
The +1 upgrade is going to be done for Bang first, but that's with no army. So the Reaper just trying to be pesky here, but that's about all he's going to be.
Ooh. Oh, first donating some units? No, it's not Christmas yet.
He gives a teaser though with that Stalker. Almost goes down. I like this. Gets a probe.
Yeah, it gets at least a probe here, but supply is still in favor of first, of course, and the Protoss player with his tech, with the added gateways. He sees with the hallucination that he has what's happening at the Terran player's base. Just now the starport being added for Bang, and he's just trying to stabilize here. He will try to defend, to stabilize, to play this from 2 bases, but we have already the robotics bay now being started.
Yeah. And he's got a few options. He has the Twilight Council, so he's going to be playing a later game. He could have tried to hit with the Colossus timing when he knows his opponent's not going to have enough Vikings. These Stalkers are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, they're in the right place at the right time to kill some of these units, but I don't know what Bang is doing with that army. He saw these Stalkers a mile away and didn't turn his units around.
He's moving right into the Marines. Yeah. He had no chance of seeing those. There was no way for him to know that these units were there. Losing 2 Stalkers, that was a little bit unfortunate for him. Bang is closing the gap in supply, but still, the lead for first is crazy here. So it's really a tech choice. The Harvesters alone that Legend just highlighted, it's 49 against 35. Bang was really committing a lot to his army, but as long as the Mothership Core is there for the avoided overcharge and we have the Colossi in the game, that's something where he will just have a massive lead.
His first Colossus is on the way now, and this is still a very formidable attack. He has to do damage here, though. Cannon goes down way too late. He's going to need good force fields. He's going to need perfect force fields to make sure he doesn't lose.
Should happen now, and there it is.
Bang doesn't commit. You know, he's like, this is just not worth it.
Loses another Marine here, and the problem for him really being that he committed a lot to this attack and a lot to this force, but he could not really do anything because of the photon overcharge, and he is so far behind economy.
He takes a risk by taking a hidden base to the top left.
You know, this I really appreciate, because this is a move that could bring him back in the game. He is so far behind in this match right now, but a hidden base, taking that risk, that could win him this match.
It certainly could. I mean, it's definitely a good idea. Oh no, he's getting caught while he's attacking the rocks. That was a very quick reaction time there. I like that. He still loses a lot of hit points on his units having to stim, but so many players there would not have noticed in time to save all their units.
Second Colossi on the way, +1 attack. Blink getting all his tech up here, taking the lead in supply once again. Bang is trying. First is in a position where he might hit a timing, a strong one, and he's already building the forward pylons. If Bang holds and gets this Nexus, this command set up to the top left, if he holds and does that, then first is going to have wrong assumptions, and that can break your back in such a game.
Yeah. Mothership Core almost ready for another overcharge. He spotted the drop earlier, but he expects it in the main base. Oh, here come those Stalkers, though. Blink not quite ready. And Bang is just, like you said, he's desperate. He's trying to find a hole. He's also, digging a hole to the top left. The question is, will first find the treasure inside. A lot of rocks being attacked here. Looks like Bang wants to have quite a few different avenues of attack he can use. And Bang still with those 2 dropships, but they're spotted. You know, as long as they're spotted, they're not really a threat.
As the Armory Engineering Bay range is nearly done, this is the time for him to move out, but we have a bit of a force being set up, and also the drop, and he didn't see... Oh, he saw it.
Yeah. Boom, one's down.
That's... yeah.
Could even say bang, one's down.
That was so silly.
Just saying. There's so many warp ends available here that he's going to be able to buy enough time. He gets only a cannon, and he wants to get out.
Yeah, Bang is 30 supply behind his opponent. There's the blink. He's trying to take down those
God, he's going to get another drop.
Yeah. He's getting the units here. Some damage done, and the Marines at least find the forward pylon. And you know, the base at the top left is mining.
Yeah.
So yes, first has to do some damage with this now. He has a huge lead, but he has to capitalize on it. If he can't capitalize on his lead, then he might fall behind because he does not know about the expansion to the top left.
Yeah, and Bang has triple bunkers up. His Viking count right now is going up to 6 versus 4 Colossi, though, so he's going to need a little bit more than that. If he can buy any sort of time here and push this attack back, if first just comes up here and trades evenly at the front with that third command center, Bang is going to be able to stabilize potentially. He also needs to make sure he continues his upgrades. Both players on 1-1 as we speak, and there's the concussive shells coming down a little bit later here.
Charge is not ready just yet, but we have a lot of Colossi, and now he's moving in. He sees the bunkers, though.
Colossi poking here. He wants to catch these units on the left side. The Vikings now going to engage.
Vikings immediately being taken down by the Stalkers. They're moving in, trying to bait the Vikings as much into the Stalker fire as he can.
This is what I'm talking about. It first just walks away here and says, well, all right, you're a bit contained. I'm just going to get my better upgrades. Then he could find himself in trouble.
First didn't take a third yet, and he makes no attempts to get one. At the top left, we still have the mining going on for Bang. He's building triple SCVs as we speak. This is the push that he has to defend against.
And, you know, first, he's just trying to contain and poke here. He's not going to look like he wants to commit just yet to a big frontal attack, and that's exactly what Bang wants. He wants to get that third base saturated.
After the initial attack, Bang was a dead man walking, but First is now in a position where he just doesn't have all the information.
Oh, that dropship moved right over Colossus. And unfortunately not going to be able to get a whole lot done, though. Just wants to scout, it looks like.
First is now taking his third base, and Bang already has a third. Bang is not only coming back into this game, he's going to take quite a significant lead here if this continues like this.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening. The initial damage that First dealt to Bang was incredible. Bang was literally, I mean, he was basically dead. He was just holding on to this game because he knows what kind of position he's in, and then he took risks like the base at the top left that is actually going to be scouted now.
Yep, he sees it. And all he has to do is make a pylon to the right side, and then in warp and zealots. Boom, there it is. And,
but he already builds another third base, and you know he has been mining for quite some time up there. He was calling down a lot of his mules. So
he definitely paid for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, that paid off. And now First realizes, uh-oh, I might not be as far ahead anymore as I thought I was.
Upgrade-wise, though, he is going to pull ahead with +2 armor finishing.
And also he has, of course, the Storm upgrade now completed.
Yeah, so he's got a very much so better composition, but he still has to be careful. He, like you said, he does not have the lead he once had.
Yeah. And he knows it now. And he will not be happy about what he just spotted. But now he's like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now what was happening so far.
Yeah, and he's just chasing the command center, making sure it doesn't get away with anything. He also has a pylon to spot the command center, which he can warp in from at any time later.
And let's not forget that we have 6 High Templars now in the game, whereas there is no Ghost just yet.
Yeah, the Ghost Academy not even complete just yet. Oh, this could be a devastating engagement. He does not have a lot of army here. The rest of his army is back at home.
One Colossus is down, but he's losing every single one of the Vikings now. And the rest of the army is moving in, but the only thing that Bang wants to do is snipe this third base, and he succeeds.
He's not going to be able to save all of his army, though. He only has a few medevacs here.
Yeah, he's going to lose quite a significant amount of them. But here comes a storm. That was a money storm if I've ever seen one.
Yep, he needs to do more damage on the main base. The Colossi a little bit exposed, but... Oh, they just...
Okay, this is brutal now. Taking down 1, 2... It's even trying to storm the last one, but now we have suddenly a 40 supply lead, nearly 50 supply.
That was a panic moment there. He definitely could have gotten in and done a lot more. He could have just started set micro towards the left, killed some tech, and then gotten out. I don't know what he was thinking he was going to get accomplished targeting those Colossi.
There's another Zealot now being run into the mineral line, but right now First, of course, once again with such a massive lead. He's 60 supply ahead of his opponent, takes the lead in the upgrades, takes his third again, is moving out, and most of the Vikings are already gone.
That one Desperation Ghost is on the way. He's going to get a good angle on the Colossi. Only one Viking goes down, but there's just way too many Zealots underneath there. I mean, that's what we're really talking about here. Zealots with +2 armor. And a great storm. Oh, he walks right into it.
Yes, he knows it's over. GG.
Yeah, I think he must have had his hands off the keyboard during that storm. typing it in the GG. And first, as it is, being the second Protoss, both of our Protosses now going 2-0.
Yeah, the Protoss player is now leading this group, and with quite good fashion here. I mean, that was really well done by both of them, and so far, if they take the next wins, we might have a very, very quick day today.
It was a really, as far as the builders go, there was a huge advantage for first, because if you go for this build against Reapers, you obviously get a huge advantage, but then he controlled really, really well, and he made it into not only a great advantage, but a huge advantage.
Yeah. But that early harass did, I mean, I was really blown away. 7 SCVs this early in the game, and how many Marines did he kill? I mean, at least 5 of them.
5 or 6, and he did the time warp at the perfect moment when the SCVs were chasing, so they couldn't escape.
A cancel at the command center, delaying it for this long, taking down the SCV in the first place already delays the CC, but it was incredible how much damage he did. And just this massive, I mean, what basically Bang did was just bunker up as much as he can and try to hope that this third base to the top left is never going to be scouted. And he nearly came back into this game, but then the upgrades and also, of course, the storms that we already had for first, that really came true. He had such a huge lead in tag, and he just ran with it. But Bang made it a little bit more exciting in the end than it actually was.
Yeah, he tried to hide that command center, got scouted, did not. I mean, he mined well over 400 minerals from there, so he paid for the command center, but didn't give him the edge that he needed to catch up.
He called down a lot of mules up there, so he had only a few SCVs, I think 5 or 6 in total, but he called down a lot of mules over time, so that at least worked for him quite well. And now we have a game between True and Hurricane, and True, he has to win this.
He has to win it.
If he loses, he's in Code A. There's no way for him to advance to Code S anymore if he doesn't take the next game. He's already 0-2 in the group, and if you're 0-3, you are out. So True needs to win the next game. Hurricane, even if he wins, he's not in Code S just yet.
But he's got a great position with 3-0 if he does win it, and will likely take the spot. Obviously, not absolutely sure, but he'll be in the best possible place he could be in with a 3-0.
Yeah. True today a little bit, you know, actually a little bit disappointing. I thought he would be, he would be able to leave more of a mark in this group. But Hurricane doing what we expected after his performance in the GSTL, and I'm really interested to see if he can now get a 3-0 and then get like the perfect spot to advance to Goddess.
Yeah, would be very ideal. I was putting Hurricane as one of the favorites to get out of this group, and so far he's really shown it. Whirlwind is the map, very large map. And this is, you know, a completely different matchup for him now. The only Protoss versus Zerg he will play today, barring a tiebreaker. And, you know, I wonder what he's got planned. He's shown great builds already so far.
Yep, right now, True, he must also like feel very pressured at this point. I mean, this is really crazy for him. I thought that he would at least be able to take one of his early games, but right now, if you're 0-2, you know that your life is on the line. You can hope for a tiebreaker, but there's not much else that you can do in this situation. So for Hurricane, it must feel really good coming into this match. And he knows, of course, that True is one of those few opponents who didn't win a map today yet. One of the weaker opponents, you could say, at least today.
Right.
How the players present themselves here. And he must be pumped. He knows that he can get out of this group if he puts a lot of effort into it. The two players that he still has to face are, of course, True, and then later on a Protoss versus Protoss against first.
Yep, PvP, the one that might not matter as much for him, which is a great feeling. You don't want to have an early PvP loss on your back. Map is loaded. This is going to be an exciting one. True versus Hurricane. This is so important for True. He cannot afford a loss here in the Zerg versus Protoss.
We're jumping into the game now here at Whirlwind. We have a Zerg versus Protoss, starting with Hurricane versus True at the GSL Up and Down Group C. Call on it.